Willow, the White House Cat, a story by Jill Biden. On a cold November morning, a small gray barn cat went from life on the farm and all that was familiar to her to a new home in the White House. This is her story. The first slice of sunshine peeked through a crack between the barn doors. Willow stretched and groomed herself quickly. The other kittens were still asleep, but she was eager to start the day. The horses and cows were out to graze. The sheep bad an early morning hello. Good morning, Willow called out with a swish of her tail. With a nimble leap, she perched atop the piglet's pen, noticing each piglet was different in its own way. Just then, she heard an unfamiliar sound coming up the road. Curious as ever, Willow scampered off to see what it could be. There, just beyond Farmer Rick's porch, came a parade of cars. In only moments, more people than Willow had ever seen before spilled onto the grassy hill. Something exciting was happening on the farm today. Willow didn't want to miss a minute. Willow followed the crowd to the large red barn, and a quiet hush filled the room. She brushed against a young boy holding his blanket. She wove in and out of the swell of people. Everyone was waiting, watching, listening to someone speaking. Who could this be? Willow perched on the tractor to get a better look, her emerald green eyes peering instantly. She moved closer and closer to the voice, and before she could even meow, Willow found herself in a warm, gentle embrace. Willow purred. When Farmer Rick tucked the animals in for the night, he stopped to stroke Willow's ears. "You made quite an impression on our guest today," he said. "She'd like to bring you to live with her. A new home like that is a very special opportunity." A new home? Thought Willow. What will it be like? Nestled against the other kittens, Willow listened to the pig snoring. The sound always comforted her. She drank in the scent of the fresh hay and felt her eyes close softly. Even the rustle of barn mice couldn't pull her from her cozy spot. The great moon shone brightly through the window. Willow fell asleep without another thought, safe beneath the moon's glow. The next day, when a shiny car arrived, Willow knew it was time for her next adventure to begin. Farmer Rick held her close. "Remember, Willow, no matter where you go, we all share the same moon." Willow watched the farm grow smaller as the cars pulled away. She traveled past tall trees glistening with snow. She saw birds perched in high branches and a flock of geese flying to their winter home. In time, large and majestic buildings appeared wherever Willow looked. People spilled onto sidewalks and streets. Colorful cars, buses, and taxicabs bustled by. There were parks and playgrounds busy with children. Washington, D.C. was exciting. And in only moments, Willow recognized the warm, gentle embrace of the person carrying her inside. "Welcome to the White House, Willow. Welcome to your new home with the president and me." A happy purr spread from Willow's pink nose to the tip of her tail. One thing was for certain. This was different from the farm. Room after room towered above her as she roamed the house. A grand stairway stretched high. People hurried by, welcoming Willow with a pat and a smile. She discovered tall windows just right for bird watching. It would be fun to see busy squirrels scampering by too. There was everything a kitten might need, even a basket of toys. That night, a sliver of moon peeked through the window. Could everyone on the farm see it too? She hoped so. In the morning, Willow awoke ready to explore. She scampered up and down the stairway. She rode the elevator. She found a perfect spot by the window where she can see the Washington Monument. Suddenly, a flurry of footsteps filled the room. Willow watched carefully. Everyone seemed to have somewhere important to go. But where? Willow decided it was time to do some more exploring. Off she went through the red room, the blue room, the map room, the diplomatic room, to the green room and the east room, the china room, the vermeil room. Oh, until Willow leaped atop a table, sending a stack of papers tumbling to the ground. Oops! Her new home was filled with beautiful rooms. It was different from the farm, but so exciting. Days passed. Willow grew to love the warm pats from the constant flurry of visitors. She enjoyed sunny naps on any number of desks, even when the telephone rang. Her favorite spot of all was in the Oval Office at the president's side. With new friends being made every day, Willow loved her new home. And on warm spring days, when children gathered for story time, there is nothing better than seeing them sit outside and listen to a story. Some mornings, Willow woke to the tap, tap, tap of the carpenter's hammer. He made sure everything in the White House was sturdy and safe. It was fun to sit on the lap of the executive chef as she planned delicious meals and celebrations. She always had a tasty treat for Willow, too. The executive housekeeper never seemed to mind Willow following at her heels as she kept the White House sparkling and bright. She made sure Willow's basket of toys was filled to the brim. The chief floral designer had the most fragrant flowers for her creations. The scent reminded Willow of romping through fields of flowers with her kitten friends. There was the butler, who made time to tell Willow about important guests arriving that day. Willow could hardly keep up with him as he bustled through the house from top to bottom. The calligrapher, who drew the finest invitations, proudly showed Willow the latest inks and brushes. Walking with the chief gardener beneath the tall trees on the south lawn often made Willow think of the pastures where her farm friends grazed. Her new home was different, but Willow felt welcomed and comforted by the kindness and friendship surrounding her. At the end of a long day filled with visitors, romps around the house, and lots of treats, Willow peered out at the full moon. It reminded her of the farm. Sometimes she wondered what her friends were doing. Then she remembered what Farmer Rick said. Whether friends are near or far, we all share the same great moon. Willow purred contentedly. She was going to like it here. That was a cute little story. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.